You might have heard people talking about something very strange happening around the planet Jupiter. At first, people thought that it was just another asteroid, but then something incredible happened. This story is one that many scientists wish wasn't true because they can't explain it. Let me tell you all about what's going on. It was a few days ago when NASA shared some unbelievable images from its Juno spacecraft. It seems like there's an object in our solar system that has literally been hiding, and it recently changed course and parked itself right next to Jupiter's moon Europa. Now, you might be thinking this isn't such a big deal, but let me tell you why it really is. First of all, this thing didn't use any propulsion to enter our solar system. It's not like a spaceship needs fuel, but it's moving through space at such a high speed that even a little bit of resistance will cause it to slow down. But this thing didn't slow down at all. It just kept going until it got to Europa. When it did, it just stopped. As far as we know, it's now sitting still next to Europa. And if that's not surprising enough, it started changing. I do not know how to explain this other than saying that the entire surface of this thing is shifting. It looks like it's made of light and metal, and it's morphing in both geometric and organic ways. People have compared the shape shifting to a liquid, but I think that's a bit too simplistic. A liquid flows and changes shape based on the laws of physics, but this thing is changing shape in a way that implies intelligence. If you saw a chair suddenly start to shift and change in front of you, you would assume someone was sitting down on it. You wouldn't think that it was just a random occurrence. This thing isn't a chair, but the way that it's changing shape makes us think that something intelligent is behind it. I'm sure some people are watching this who think that I've completely lost my mind. They're probably thinking that I'm making this up because I want attention. But here's the thing. I'm not the only one who thinks something weird is going on. The whole world is talking about this right now. There are astronomers and scientists who are freaking out and scrambling to make sense of what's going on. But so far, no one has any answers. And now the world is starting to panic. For the last 10 years, we've known that NASA's Juno spacecraft has been orbiting Jupiter. It's allowed us to get an incredible view of the largest gas giant in our solar system, but also of its many moons. In fact, it was actually taking images of the moon Europa when it spotted this strange object that appears to have come out of nowhere. At first, it looked like your standard asteroid. It was small and rocky and dark, just like most of the asteroids that pass by Earth every year. But there was something different about this one. Even though it was so small, it didn't slow down when it hit Jupiter's gravitational pull. Normally, an object that size would be ripped apart by the powerful gravity of the planet, but it just slowed slightly and changed direction. Instead of flying past Jupiter, it flew towards the moon Europa. This should have been the point where everyone freaked out. Because if you're paying attention, you should realize how unlikely this is. Odds are incredibly high that an asteroid would never choose to crash into a moon simply because of a gravitational anomaly. It could happen, but it's extremely unlikely. So when it started to happen, everyone was wondering if this was the end of the world. We've seen movies like Armageddon where an asteroid is heading for Earth, and humans have to do whatever they can to stop it before it wipes out all life. Is this what was happening? Was an asteroid coming to destroy us? But then something even stranger happened. When the asteroid got close to Europa, it slowed down and came to a complete stop. As far as we know, it's still sitting there right now. But the craziest part is that it started to change. I'm going to show you these images again. This is what it looked like when it first approached Europa. But check this out. Here's what it looks like now. Have you ever seen anything like that before? Obviously, we've seen things like this in science fiction movies. It's like an alien spaceship that can change its shape at will. But is that really what's happening here? Could it be possible that an alien ship has arrived in our solar system? Could it be that aliens have finally decided to pay us a visit? We obviously don't know the answer to either of these questions, but the truth is that we're all wondering about them. At least I hope that we are. It's hard to imagine that anyone could look at these images and not wonder if there are aliens out there. And maybe this isn't an alien spaceship at all. Maybe it's something else that we can't even comprehend. The thing is that whatever it is, it does seem to be alive in some respect. It's able to move and change shape. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's intelligent, but it does mean that it's capable of doing things that we would normally associate with living beings. Does this mean that it's an alien spaceship? No, not necessarily. There are other possibilities. But the fact that it's doing something that we normally associate with living things means that it could be something that we've never even imagined. Whatever it is, it's clear that this is something special. It's not just a boring old asteroid. It's doing something that we've never seen before, and it's leaving us all scratching our heads trying to figure out what it is. Now, this story is far from over. NASA is continuing to monitor the situation, and we'll likely learn more in the days and weeks to come. If it turns out that this is some kind of alien ship, it'll be the biggest discovery in human history. But even if it's not, it's still an amazing phenomenon that we're lucky enough to witness. What do you think is happening? Let me know in the comments below. And remember to subscribe for updates on this and other stories just like it. Now, since we've caught your interest, maybe you'd like to take a quick survey to help us improve our videos. Just click on the link in the description below, and you'll be taken to a short survey that should only take you about a minute to complete. Your input is very valuable to us and will help us create better content in the future. Thanks for taking the time to help us improve. Alright folks, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider sharing it with your friends. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. By doing so, you'll ensure that you never miss out on any of our exciting new videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.